Hello, Earl Pugh here, continuing a series of videos on blues in E. Today we will look at Hideaway by Freddie King. Hideaway uses the E major pentatonic scale for the first 10 bars and then switches to the minor pentatonic scale for the cool turnaround at the end. The major pentatonic scale contains the notes from the major scale, notes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. You've probably heard these notes as the first notes in the song My Girl. Now, there are 3 chords in this song: E7, A7, and B7. The E7 chord has 4 notes: E, G sharp, B, D natural, E, G sharp, B, D natural. If we gave those notes numbers, it would be 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 1, 3, 5, flat 7. So if we look at the major pentatonic scale and the E7 arpeggio, we can see that we've got 3 notes in common. If we do the same thing to the A7 chord, we take the A7 arpeggio, A, C sharp, E, G natural, and that'll be 1, 3, 5, flat 7. But we're comparing it to the E major pentatonic scale. We'll notice that we have an E note in both, and we have the C sharp in both. So we've only got 2 notes in common. If we do that, same thing to the B7 chord. We've got a B7, B, D sharp, F sharp, A. And then we compare it to the E major pentatonic scale. We can see that we've got the B and the F sharp in common. So Freddie picks the notes from the scale very carefully so that he can use this one scale over all 3 chords. So I've entitled this video Thematic Development in the Blues, which is a fancy way of saying let's take a good idea and vary it. So Freddie takes an idea and he's going to vary it. So first he plays the whole idea, and then he plays it forwards and then backwards. Then he'll take just a fragment of it, just a little piece of it. Then he'll go back to the original idea, and then backwards again. Then once again, a little fragment. Now, he's kind of been centering around the E note, or on the B chord, the B7 chord, measure 9, and centering around the E note is perhaps not the best idea, so he's going to center around the F sharp note. So he goes up a little bit further away from the original idea. Then we take that fragment of the idea that we took, and then kind of turns it upside down. And now we hammer. We're into the turnaround now. There's that D natural from the minor pentatonic scale, slides into that B. It's the D natural again. It's the A, pulls off to G natural, So he got right there. We had that. So it's centered around the minor pentatonic scale. Now the minor pentatonic scale, if we compare it to an E minor scale, we'd be taking notes 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. Then again, 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. So it's kind of a grittier sound. The major pentatonic I would describe as being a little bit sweeter. So he's had this kind of sweeter sound, and we get to the end, you know, he kind of wants to say, okay, we're done with that. We're going to the next thing. Measure 10. Now we're to the minor pentatonic. Now we play that G sharp from the major pentatonic. Then we're in the minor pentatonic again. And then he's back into the major. So he's gotten a lot of mileage out of one lick. He basically got 10 measures out of, and he just took that and he used variations. This is not a lot different than what Beethoven does. You know, in Beethoven's Fifth, da 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 da, and then he moves it, da 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 da. So I apologize for my singing, but you know, go listen to Beethoven's Fifth and listen to how he takes that original idea and messes about with it. So Freddie King is doing the same thing. It worked great for Beethoven. It works great for Freddie. Now, the other thing that Freddie does is he uses a lot of space. As guitar players, we don't need to breathe like a sax player or a trumpet player, but the audience needs to breathe. So if we leave a little space, it lets the audience breathe. So Freddie plays that lick, leave some space. And he plays the lick again, then backwards, and then space. Then just that little piece of the lick. Now we have 5 beats of space. Then the original lick, then backwards, and then space. Now here we're getting to the end. He's going to play that fragment, and now he gets kind of notey. You know, he doesn't use any space in this last line, but you know, he's kind of built up to this. So as guitar players, it's really important to listen to how a sax player might phrase and realize that you know, they have to breathe. We don't, but you know, that gives them an advantage in a way that they've got to put that space in there, and we need to put that space in there. So. So I hope you've enjoyed this video on Hideaway. Please give me a like, subscribe. If you enjoy this, there's a few more videos on my channel on the blues in E. And I also did a video on Born in the Country by Clarence Bluesman Davis. He's that's over on the Music Maker Foundation channel. So please check that out and give that a like too. And I hope to see you next week for another video. Thank you.